stop giving to people when you cannot even give to yourself. Why? Because what do they do to deserve the exerted energy that you give when you cannot even help yourself up? When you cannot even progress yourself, transform yourself, love yourself? It just doesn't make sense. I don't know why you'd let people do that. You cannot let people do that. You cannot let them walk all over you and think that's, oh, well, you know what, since they're already giving it to me, might as well not like do anything for them. That's not fair. That's not an existence that you should be living, to serve people. You never serve people. The only person you should be serving under is whoever you believe in spiritually, or yourself. That's it. It's your life. You live it the way you want. But the worst way to live it is to let people walk all over you and expect too much out of you, and then use you and walk away like they didn't do anything wrong, or because you're not going to do anything to them. You're not going to punish them. You're not going to tell them, hey, oh, I feel disrespected because you keep asking for money, or or not being in a relationship with me, or so on and so forth, or you're not like hanging out with me, or even let me like tell you about all my traumas, make you my therapist. It's like, you're none of that. You are not a bank. You are not a therapist. You're not some freaking sex toy. You're none of that. You are a person with feelings and values, and that you should be respected. To put it bluntly, and listen, you might be a caring person. You might be somebody who likes helping people, who feels empathetic. You feel for people's situations. You understand. You've probably been there yourself, and that's why you help these people. Well, the thing is, are you still out of those situations, or are you in a place where you can afford to do that? That's the real question you should be asking yourself. Can I afford giving all my love? Do I love myself enough to give all my love to this person? Do I have enough money for myself to give money for this person? Those are the big questions you should be asking yourself. And I'm not even talking about like small favors, like, hey, can you like spot me for a second, like $5. Like, if people are asking, hey, can I get $40 for this, or like, hey, like, I'm coming over every single weekend, like, but I'm not gonna text you the rest of the week. What is going on here that you're allowing that? That's not fair. That's not fun. What? I mean, oh yeah, it's fun for the couple of seconds, hey, the 10 minutes that you spent, or, oh, well, they've been so nice to me in the past, or, well, yeah, anybody can be nice, and anybody can be fake. You need to realize the difference between the two. And this is another problem. I have noticed, and I have come across this myself, that when people give too much, it's like then their positivity goes down. So the more that you exert your positivity, your wealth, your resources into other people except yourself, you're only going to be the most negative person, because you're just like, maybe if you're not financially well enough, or you're not happy in like a relationship, or you're not satisfied with life, it's like, you shouldn't. You're just gonna keep telling yourself like, oh, I don't know why they do. Oh, like, you're gonna build resentment for yourself, and not only for yourself, for other people too, and people who aren't even users that might need some help. It's like, if you want to stay the most empathetic person, you like helping people, work in HR, work for a job that deals with that, hospitality, any of that. But don't work yourself and not get paid for people who just can't even afford to give back, It's like, I don't see the I don't see the there's no balance in that. There's just it's like you man, ooh, it's tough. And you know what? If you got yourself so far in a hole that you feel that it's already like draining you, like your energy and your vibe and everything that you've worked so hard for yourself to become, just cut them out, dude. Who cares if they get mad? Who cares? It's like, if it's not you, it's somebody else. To be bluntly, some people who are just users will find someone else to leech off of. But that's not going to be you. Not anymore. And even if it's family, even if you're in a position where, and I know it's difficult, there are some positions that are like, oh, well, you know what, you know, I'll do this, or even they threaten you. You are not going to let them have that power over you. I'm sorry. Yes. If they have that sort of control over you, I believe you should have, if you have the time to even give so much to these people, you should have the time to look into resources to get out. And I know it's not easy. It's not easy at all. It could be very difficult. You might even be a minor and you're dealing with this. And I'm sorry, you should be living your minor years as a wonderful, growing, developing experience. You should not have to deal with that early, honey. I'm so sorry. But if no one's going to tell you now, well, this video's here for you. You need to learn how to protect yourself, your divine femininity, your divine masculine, whatever gender you are, whatever you are aligned with. You need to protect that, because as awful as it sounds, the world is not as calming, as peaceful as some of these influencers make it to be, or these spiritualists. It's not like that at all. Nobody cares. And maybe you probably have trauma bonded with this person. You probably feel indebted to them because they helped you. But that's not how it should be. That's not a healthy connection. That's just a transactional one. It's like, oh, you know, I'm just gonna deposit my money into my bank account, but then I'm never gonna touch it again because, oh, you know, the bank needs to use it for paying for rent for the building. Are you really gonna bank with that bank? No, that's your money. That is your profit. You should not have to just sacrifice it to somebody because they need it more than you do. You don't align yourself with that. I'm sorry. Especially since the fact that it's just like, you know, they don't even give like a valid reason. If whatever reason they give you, you need to realize the difference. If somebody's just like, hey, I need money right now for, say, they need help getting a job. They need help getting a job. They need transportation. That's fine. If it's a once in a while thing they ask, that's totally fine. Or if they need to live somewhere. But if it gets to the point where it's like, hey, you know, no, I need to get this. Can you do my shopping for me? Can you do all this and this and this? Why can't you do it yourself? Why do you have to ask me every single time? Every single week? And I'm not talking about parents. I am not definitely talking about your parents. I mean, if you're in a circumstance where you have to take care of them due to like an illness or something, that I totally get. That's fine. What I'm talking about is people who are bumming. They're bumming off you. They're bumming off your positivity. They see you as a resource rather than just like a friend. It's just, no. Honey, don't ever involve yourself with those types of people, because at the end of the day, they don't care about you. Think of it this way. If you're ever in trouble, if you need a lift or some money, and be honest, will they give you money? Will they help you in your lowest? Will they help you? Because if not, you shouldn't have to outsource yourself to them. Don't associate with them. If they're not helping you grow, if they're not helping you inspire yourself to be a better person, if they're not advising you how to do things, and just like if they're not ready to see you succeed, they don't want you to, if they're saying stuff like, oh, maybe you shouldn't go to that job, it's like, that's really far away, or oh, it wouldn't suit you, and you've been talking about it for a long time, out the window. That is to say, if they already know, if they give a valid reason for you not to do the thing that you've been wanting to do, like say, hey, this, or like, oh, I don't think you should go with that dude, not because, oh, well, you get more men than them, or women, or whatever is going on, but like, if they say something, like, if they notice this dude has been like negatively impacting you, like say, hey, I feel like this dude has just been making you pay for his meals a lot, oh, but he's so nice, oh, but he like talks about it, like, no, that's not, it should be 50-50, if it should be 50-50, or at least he offers. But if it's getting to the point where it's like, oh yeah, you're going to all these fancy restaurants, and he still hasn't taken you out on a date, you're taking him out on a date, don't listen to that advice. Drop it. That's the only excuse. That's the only excuse I can think of for these people to continue using your time and resources, and a very oddly specific situation, I might say, but I digress. Whatever it is, as long as this person that you keep giving your efforts into help you with things like that, like they give you like inspiring advice, or like they give you resources to help yourself grow, and they're actively giving themselves resources to grow, like if they're actively trying to get a job, if they're actively trying to like figure out their situation, they're not just sitting there on the couch like, oh man, I can't do anything, nothing's going right, like, if they're trying their absolute hardest in the position that they are in, and if they're not, but they listen to your advice, do what you want with that. But simply, if they're not listening to you, if they won't take no for an answer, if they're, like if they won't really provide any sort of beneficial actions towards themselves or society or you, don't bother with them. They're not worth your time, money, resources, love, nothing. Simply put, it's purely a transactional connection. Not only that, but it's also devaluing yourself as a person, because if you're scared of losing this connection, and that's all, and if not saying for everybody, if just is just applying to you, never put yourself in that position. Never ever do that. If they really liked you, if they really wanted you in their life, they would do everything in their power to prevent you from doing that thing for them. Sorry to say, it's not a one-way street. It's two-sided. That's all I can say. And just be careful. Just be careful in the connections that you form. And if you want, just test them. This is how I do it. Just test them in a way to even make sure, because I know some people might have a hard time with social cues, and that's why they keep helping them, because it's like that's the only way they understand. But here's how you test people who are using you for real. You just say, hey, I just got this nice thing, I just got it for free, and it's like, if they say something like, oh, can you hook me up with that? Oh, why can't I get any? Or any of those responses, then you could tell that they're just using you. Simple. Like, if they're asking, oh, you know anybody I could get that can help me with the, like, not like, oh, can you find somebody that can help me with this? Like, not very enthusiastic. They're just like, they're like asking in a way that like is cautious, but also like, hey, you know, I actually like need this. Like, I need this. Can you like, you know, we've been through so much. Like, can you do this? Like, no, that's sus. That's very sus. Don't. That's a sure way. Or if they like all shifty and stuff, like, hey, you know, can I? You got some of that good stuff. You got some of that good stuff. Then, yeah, clear cut, done. No, 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 no. Or even if you say no and they get angry, that should just tell you enough. Like, don't get angry. Don't get angry for things that I can't control. I mean, if I gotta go to school, man, and I can't do this for you, you can't get mad at me. I'm trying to improve myself. Sorry. I'm not gonna stop my life for you. Or for anybody for that matter. I mean, maybe my wife, my kids, or my husband. Or if like any significant like life things like death or accidents, whatever, you know, emergencies. Like, that's the only thing you can stop your life for, but I digress. Anything else like that, for nobody. Don't stop it for nobody. They're not, I guarantee you, you won't even see them in a year. You will not see them in a year. If you still see them in a year and they have not changed, girl, just curb, boom, kick them out. No more. Stop it. Get some help. You should be thriving, not sinking. You're like a beautiful sunflower. Just, you need all that positive energy. You cannot deal with somebody who is codependent on you the whole time. You cannot deal with that. And even if it's family members, and I've dealt with this, and I've dealt with people like, oh, well, no, I need this, oh, no. And you have to parent your parent. You gotta set some boundaries, dog. Be like, you know what? No, not right now. They get mad, oh, well, walk out. What are they gonna do? I know some people are in a predicament where it's like, oh, they're gonna kick me out. That's where you come in and you associate with people that will help you, that will keep you tight like that. That's the only reason you should get out of your social circle and associate with people who will help you like that. There are a few people in between that do become that, but always keep your resources ready. And don't be a user. Always, if you cannot give something to this person when they help you, don't even try. Don't even do it. Don't even attempt it. Don't even attempt it. Listen, it's not fair to them. If you know for sure you're gonna get a check or financial help, or you know, whatever, something's going on, you know it's gonna happen, tell them beforehand. Don't wait, because then it's like, you know, they'll probably think, well, are they gonna get back to me? They're gonna think the same thing you are right now is with this other person. That's my only advice when you have to take from somebody for a while. Don't do it too much. Don't do it to a lot of people either, because then people are gonna be like, oh, well, yeah, she just kind of like uses people, and you know, like, it's whatever. Don't do that. Don't do that. Be self-sufficient. Try your hardest. Figure out ways to organize yourself so that when some of those predicaments happen, you are prepared. You are ready. Because I have seen people, they had perfect lives. They had nice lives where, oh, they had everything set up for them, but then they didn't expect the unexpected, and now they are just begging people to help them every couple months or so. I see it on Facebook. I see it everywhere. It's sad, and they don't know what to do with themselves because they really never had a guidance to tell them what to do. I know I might be rambling, but it's like, you know, whatever. The point is, you are too good enough of a person to allow yourself to be in a predicament where people will take away from you in order to selfishly help themselves and not provide for anybody else. To selfishly provide for their insufficient selves. Boom, got it. Word. I hope you like and subscribe, and if you want more, just let me know, or if you could tell me what I could do better, let me know too. Thanks, y'all. Bye.